This is present and imperfect sentences 43 through 48. All right, I'm going to read each of these 6 sentences in English and then Spanish and clap. And after I clap, I'd like you to repeat just the Spanish sentence with me. Okay? Here we go. 43. My name is Paco. Me llamo Paco. Me llamo Paco. 44. My name was Paquito. Me llamaba Paquito. Me llamaba Paquito. 45. I am 14 years old. Yo tengo 14 años. Yo tengo 14 años. 46. I was 14 years old. Yo tenía 14 años. Yo tenía 14 años. 47. I am able to speak Spanish. Yo puedo hablar español. Yo puedo hablar español. And finally, 48. I was able to speak Spanish. Yo podía hablar español. Yo podía hablar español. Now I want you to notice, for the past tense, notice it's my name is, my name was. The second one is past tense. For all of these past tense, they're imperfect. If it's an AR verb, it's going to end in aba. And if it's an ER-IR verb, it's going to end in ia. Because remember, imperfect is a form of past tense. And if it's an AR verb, it turns into a form of aba. And if it's an ER-IR verb, like tener, it turns into tenia. All right, let's look at the first one. Literally, I call myself Paco. Straightforward, that's easy stuff. Now here's a tip for you. When you want to write a verb in the imperfect, in the past tense with aba, ia, here's what I'd suggest you do. Go back to the infinitive first. Me llamo Paco is my name is Paco. It comes from the verb llamar. Well, you write down llamar and think, llamar ends in AR, so I'm going to chop off the AR and add aba or ia. Say, we keep our letter. We keep our letter. If it's an AR verb like llamar, it's llamaba. So literally, myself, I called Paquito. And a lot of little kids stick an ito at the end of their name. Like in English, we say Bob, Bobby, Sam, Sammy. In Spanish, a lot of times it ends in ito, like Benito, Paquito. So ito means you're generally talking about a little kid. Now, I am 14 years old. Yo tengo 14 años literally means I have 14 years. Now, ask yourself, what infinitive, what AR, ER, IR verb does tengo come from? It comes from tener. So I'd write down tener. What are the last 2 letters of tener? ER. So you're going to chop off the ER and add ia. Because remember, if it's an AR verb, you chop off the AR and add aba. ER, IR, it's ia. So literally, I had 14 years. Now, I am able to speak Spanish, obviously, as yo puedo hablar español. But notice, we don't just chop off the O and add ia. Nope. We go back to the infinitive. What AR, ER, IR verb does puedo come from? Everybody say poder. Poder. So you write down poder, P-O-D-E-R. And it's past tense, so you're going to chop off the ER and add ia. So it's yo podía hablar español. Now, if you're having trouble with the idea of going back to the infinitive, I want you to type in Fred Flintstone or imperfect, and there are several good clips explaining to you when you want to form the imperfect, you go back to the infinitive, chop off the air and add aba, and chop off the ER, IR, and add a form of ia. All right, this has been present and imperfect sentences 43 through 48.